I make my triumphant return to 101 Things to Do in Minecraft. There's so much left to do, so let's get into exploring, building, and crafting. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic day. Alright, so I was mulling about around here, and I want to do one thing before I get started. I bred a bunch of the sheep and chicken and whatnot, so I got my level up quite a bit here. And I want to enchant these boots so that way I can actually have them be enchanted in some way. Feather falling 4, so in case I fall, bam, there we go. So those can be useful right on over here. So now all that's left is the helmet to be upgraded, but I don't know of anything that I can upgrade the helmet with that would be, you know, cool enough. Unbreaking respiration? That actually might not be too bad. Let's see. I was just looking at that randomly. I didn't even factor that in. All right, so let's say I go with this and then this. That's 11. Projectile protection, respiration, and unbreaking. So I need 11 levels. Wow, all right. Well, that's not too awful, but that's something to work toward, I suppose. I'm going to toss this one right over here for right now, just so I know that's the one I got to look for. And I also want to make a bunch, literally a bunch, of fireworks, because I've needed fireworks, and I haven't crafted them. I haven't wanted to hunt for creepers, and it just so happens I got 33 of them after looting all the different, you know, not strongholds, but is that what it's called? The spawn rooms, whatever, those. So I have those, and I'm going to go into here. I'm crafting level 1 fireworks, not flight duration 3, just in case I need to make, like, more fireworks in the future, and I may not need a flight duration 3 one, given the circumstances, so that is a bunch of fireworks right there. And just to kind of, you know, show you the true power of that, and the idea that I've had for a while with this whole, you know, upper portion here, I'm going to fly out of here and show you what I'm working on this time. What's going on? It's ya boy, Brian Saviano. Hello, with more Minecraft 101 Things to Do in Minecraft. So the idea is through here, I can just fly off of here, 1, 2, 3, and then yoink. There we go. And I can just fly all about. And if I got to glide somewhere over here, I can do that. I have just under 100 of them. So I have 98 of them as of right now. So that's a pretty good, solid number right there. So in terms of what I want to do for this episode, because I don't want to waste these fireworks, that's for sure, nor do I want to waste the Elytra or anything else, is actually not going to involve the Elytra or anything like that. It's going to involve a little bit of creative mode, because as I was over here, I was thinking of, like, what I want to do over on this section, because it's kind of blank right now, and that's obviously not ideal. I'm going to move all this stuff over here, because when I work in creative mode, I want to make sure I'm not, you know, giving myself stuff, so I technically have a clean slate. And an idea that I've had is making a rised up, or out of the water, the ice, the whatever, sort of beach house sort of idea. So if I use the dark oak fence, right, the idea behind this house is going to be it launching up out of the water like this. So it's going to be pretty high up, all things considered, and whatever I decide to build on here is going to look like that sort of a structure. So it's going to be, you know, typically these houses are built on the beach side when there's potential for not a tsunami, but maybe a, I don't know, like high wind, not high winds, but like, you know, if there's a really rough sort of winter or whenever, you know, and waves crash on up and whatnot, that's basically what this sort of house is for. It's on stilts. So that's the idea behind it, and I figured why not make something like that over here? Not because obviously water is going to come over here and mess with this structure at all, but just as an idea for a different type of house as I'm going about doing this here. So that was kind of my idea, and I'm going to rock with it and see what I can make out of this section here. So cool. This is basically the idea that I'm starting with right here, and then I can get rid of all the water, or rather the ice that's under here, because then technically that'd be transformed into water. So right here, bam. So like the stilts would go into the water, hypothetically, right? So let's imagine that for right now, this is all ice. Like, it's not going to be ice forever, but for right this second, let's pretend it's going to be ice. And then under here, it's going to go like this. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Sure. So, yes, pretend this is all water right here. And because I have this, you know, covering the ice right here, it can turn into water. So that's what I'll do eventually. There's this going into here. Cool. So it's kind of combining a couple of different ideas that I've had in previous iterations of houses and whatnot, but now it's being for this little section right here. So I figured, why not, right? And just talk about, I guess, whatever is on my mind, which is really nothing, you know? I've been trying to, like, piece together what I want to do with videos and long-term plans and whatnot, and unfortunately, this thing called being an adult, ooh, scary, taxes, oh, no one likes them. So, you know, a lot of different things like that have been on the docket for consideration and whatnot. So that's basically what I've been doing these past couple of days and whatnot. Not that it's been, you know, any easy feat or anything like that. Also, just like getting all the ducks in a row, you know. Because as much as playing video games is amazing all of the time, it can be fairly stressful editing videos and doing all sorts of things like that. And I think I talked about this as I was building the house before, so I might as well talk about it while I'm building this here, is refilling your cup, as it were. Because, you know, as much as you want to do a bunch of different things for a bunch of different people at a bunch of different times, you need to be able to you know, recharge yourself. And I need to basically find a hobby is what it's coming down to. And I'm considering, you know, all my different options for a hobby. And you know what I need to do also is I need to, like, build outside of the box. I feel like I build the same exact thing every single time. I build a rectangular thing, and it's got high windows that are too high, you know, something like that. Like, I build the same thing every time, right? So I got to think of something different eventually. But for right now, I guess I'll just keep going with this. So, like, this house is going to be relatively small. And I guess, like, the way it's supposed to work, this might actually be very quick. I'm not quite sure. But the house is not supposed to be super duper high. The idea behind it is that it's on stilts. So that way, if something goes wrong, then that's taken care of right there. So if I have that, and this needs to have more reinforcement in general. So let's say it goes all the way up toward here like this, okay? Then all the way down over here. So, yeah, I don't really have a hobby, which you may say video games are a hobby, which they are for most people, but for me, I do videos, and I record pretty much all the time. So trying to find something that doesn't necessarily pertain to video games or something like that is basically what I'm trying to come up with. And I think one of the answers, spoiler alert for anybody out there who cares about the ongoings of my life, is probably cooking. And it's something I've wanted to do for a very long time. It's something I've talked about ad nauseum in my videos because it's something I really want to do. And so I don't actually have the ability to cook as of right now because of my mother, me being at home. She is very stringent on my cooking habits or lack thereof, because when you cook, ladies and gentlemen, the idea behind it is that you're supposed to make a mess in the kitchen, right? If you make a mess in the kitchen, you know, it should be fine so long as you clean it up afterward. And to anybody out there who is, you know, at least relatively older, you'll know that sometimes there's just no satisfying the situation. So as much as I may be like, well, I cleaned it, it's not as clean as it could have been. So basically, I'm left with like, all right, do I do I clean the right way, or do I, like, so basically, it's resulted in me not being able to cook anything, and I just order food or something like that, which is not good, right? That's not healthy. So that's something I want to improve upon. And I just really want to cook really, really, really badly. I've always wanted to learn, and not only learn, but also not feel useless when it comes to cooking, because it's one of those skills that no matter who you are, it's a very valuable skill to have, right? No one's like, oh, you know how to cook? That makes you a loser. Like, no one ever says that. That is not a thing people say. That is not. So, like, it's clearly a desirable trait, not only as a human being, but like just in general, you know? So that's basically what I have in mind. It's just a matter of finding out where, and not only like, do I just want to cook in general, but even if I like knew how to cook or could cook at my house, like I don't know how to cook, you know? Like the thing with cooking is that it's actually a science. It is not so much a creative art. Well, it is an art to an extent, but it combines the mind of a science and creativity when it comes to making dishes and doing things like that. So I really, really want to do that, and I really want to get involved with that. And I know it's something I would be good at if I managed to, you know, get the right, either like the right teacher or I have a very bad habit of doing things way too disproportionately. So like what I mean by that is like, oh, instead of adding just like a little bit of butter or a little bit of whatever, I just add like a ton, and like I shouldn't, because like not because I'm trying to be unhealthy, but because I don't know how to like control the portions or anything like that. So basically, like I go way overboard whenever I cook or do something, or I overcook it or something when I shouldn't. So basically, I need to learn how to control myself, both in terms of, you know, cooking the food, but also eating the food as well. That would also help substantially. So that's the part where I'm like, okay, I probably need somebody to help me. And even if I, you know, didn't have somebody, you know, with me there, I could still be cooking something wrong, like inherently wrong. So I ideally would like to have somebody with me to help me learn how to cook for real. And it's not that my mother doesn't cook. She does, but not quite like what I want to do. Not cooking that's like helpful for the soul. You know, she doesn't quite do that. I want to do that, very much so. So I think in here, I'm going to place like a little bit of glowstone so that way monsters don't spawn underwater, which shouldn't be a concern, but it is. So if there's like that over there, yeah. And that doesn't look too bad, you know? Just got to get some stairs and start working with that. So I'm thinking that's going to be my hobby that is outside of any sort of video production, anything ever. Because as much as I love playing video games all the time, constantly, it can get a little tiring, you know? And if you've been playing video games for a long time, you'll probably understand that. So, you know, and if you haven't, if you're like, Brian, no, I don't get sick of playing video games, trust me, you will. It'll happen to you one day. If it's not today, it'll be the next day or the day after that. It will happen because it happens to the best of us. And I've probably been playing video games longer than you've been existing in the world. So, you know, once you get to that point, you'll kind of understand. And it's also important to have a variety of hobbies and things to do. Like, you don't want to just do one thing all the time. That looks pretty good, right? Kind of. Sure. You don't want to do the same thing all the time, every single time, right? You want to have a good variety of things to work with and do to add to your overall just like success in life. You can't just do one thing constantly all the time. Having a variety of things to do makes you a more overall better human being. And that's going to be what I want to do for the next like 10 years. So like I've been doing videos and whatnot for 10 years, which sounds super ridiculous and you might not believe me, but over the course of like me doing things for either myself or for other people or whatnot, I've been doing things for 10 years, and the next like 10 years of my life, I really want to, and I'm thinking like big brain, mega brain stuff, right? I really want to focus on doing all of the things that make me afraid, you know? So like in life, some things you just don't, always forget what it's called, furnace. You always get like afraid of change or afraid of this particular thing or this idea or that idea, but I need to get out of my comfort zone and feel comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's pretty much what I want to do over the course of the next, you know, however many years, probably 10 years. So what are all the things that bother me that I'm not good at or don't know how to do or whatever, right? I want to be able to learn how to do those things so I'm better equipped to deal with them in life, you know? And it's important for you to do that as well. So if you're like, hey, I don't know how to file taxes, this terrifies me. And trust me, it terrifies me too. So how do I do that? Well, you can start by talking to somebody who knows what they're talking about. No, I don't mean like search it up online and have strangers tell you what to do. I mean literally go find a professional who knows what they're doing, a certified public accountant or whoever, you know, and talk to them and see what they say and just do. Okay, do things like that, you know. And when you start doing, okay, a bunch of things like that, you better equip yourself for the future and whatever the future may hold. So that's what I want to do, no matter what it is, whether it's cooking or what's another thing I want to do. I want to learn how to like run my life. I'll share something with you. So I get pretty like, you know what can I do this? Does that look good? That looks awful. But what else can I add over here? Hold on, before I do all this, right? I like that house kind of. I hate these stairs, but like, whatever. I guess it's fine. I really put this in a really weird spot. But like, what else can I do right here? Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I'm going to make a tree. And like, not like grow a tree, but I'm going to actually craft a tree. I wanted to do a palm tree over by the cove. So I'm going to do that. Not plank. What's it called? Oh, man. Log. Yes. Right? Yeah, there we go. All right, so the stripped birch log looks kind of tropical-ish, so whatever. I have the hiccups. Sorry about that. Let's go with this. Which one? I'm going to mix and match these. I don't really care. Let's go with the acacia, and we'll go with the stripped birch log. Sure. So what I wanted to do, let's say I continue this grass, right? Get rid of this. I'm going to put some grass right over toward this way. I'm going to basically extend this area to make it look a bit more natural, and I want to make a tree right here. So yeah, as I was saying before, I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need... No, that's fine. I want to basically run my life, so like keeping everything in order. And I've been playing like so many video games and doing so many different things that like I need to like just get all the things together and just plan everything out properly, you know? It's unfortunately part of being an adult, which is definitely terrifying, right? Like adulting and doing all the things like that, but it's something that I have to do, you know? And I think now is the time. I mean, years ago was technically the time, but, you know, 24, 25 years old is better late than never, right? So that's basically what I want to do. And instead of letting all those things that make me afraid, man, this tree looks absolutely disgusting. Oh my goodness, look at this. This looks, man, that looks horrendous. What is this? I'm trying to do like a palm tree. It's clearly not working out. Instead of being afraid of all those things, why not try to like get better at it and try to, you know, not be afraid of it? That's basically the mentality I have. So whatever it may be, I encourage you to do the same thing as well, no matter what it is. You know, asking out that pretty girl at the prom, even though prom is probably not going to happen this year or whatever. Man, this looks really bad. This looks awful. But you know what? You know what the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, is I tried and it still looks bad. Let's get some cocoa. Yeah, cocoa beans. I'm going to put these cocoa beans right up in here. So they're basically coconuts, right? Nope, that's not how that works. Awesome. What are these things called? Not jungle. No. I want to be able to put the thing on there. Oh, wait, is it only on jungle wood? It might only be on jungle wood, right? Let me see. Hold on. Log. Jungle log. Yeah, right here. Right? It probably only works on jungle log, right? Let's see. Yeah, it does. Awesome. So I got to change the tree. Change the color. Whatever. That's fine. Actually, that doesn't look too awful. Maybe the fact of me changing the tree actually worked out in general. So yeah, basically, this entire tangent is just a way for me to say that you should conquer the things in life that you want to get better at, no matter what they are, right? That's basically the idea here. So I'm going to go with this. So that way, it looks like it's supposed to be a palm tree, right? What could help with this? Hold on. What are those called? Vines? Yeah, I could add some vines. And you know what is also the other thing about this? Yeah, that might make it look better. You know, you're not supposed to be able to figure out everything at once. And this is something I have a lot of trouble with here. So if you thought you weren't going to get a life lesson in Minecraft today, plot twist, baby. You're absolutely wrong, because you are. You're not supposed to be able to figure everything out at one time, right? You got to go throughout things, building up to whatever you're working toward, right? You're not going to have all the answers at one time. So it's basically the metaphor extends to like, okay, you can't build a Lego set in one step. There are multiple steps to getting toward building a Lego set, you know, things like that. And that's basically the mentality that I need to drill through my head, is that, you know? Instead of like magically wanting everything to appear the way that they should, I need to be, you know, satisfied with the process of things happening and taking my time with things and, you know, whatever else. And instead of thinking you need to have the answers to all the questions in life, like, hey, what do I want to be when I'm older? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Instead of thinking about that, you just got to think about one little thing at a time. And I lose track of that all the time. But that is a life pro tip from your boy, Brian Saviano, over here, all right? So I have this house, which is like, okay, it's very basic, right? I feel like, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. What if if I made this like a natural sort of house, right? What if I had scaffolding for windows? Does that look stupid? I mean, kind of. But like, you know, just to add some variety here, just to make it, you know, look a bit different. Like, it's not practical, but like it looks different, you know? I guess it looks fine, because you could technically add, like, you could make these windows, right? And that would almost block out, you know, projectiles and whatnot. Not that anyone's going to use this technically, but I mean, I don't hate it. It looks very natural. So I don't know. I'm going to add more glowstone into here. I'm going to try and melt this stuff. I don't really like how all this exists here, and I still don't understand where these guys are spawning in from. So they're just kind of chilling, kind of hanging out everywhere. So when it's all said and done, I think I'm going to go through and, like, figure out all the little points where things are spawning in and try to fix it, but for right now, obviously, it's not going to work. I would love to have, like, an area where, like, it can be dark and things don't spawn, but that doesn't seem to work. Like, no matter what, something's going to spawn somewhere, and it's just going to make it terribly inconvenient for everything else. So, whatever. I'm going to put some, this thing over here. There's not a lot of light in this area, so I'm going to improve this. This right here. Need to just add some more light. Really everywhere, honestly. Right here, sure. You can't notice it right now, obviously, but for right now, I mean, I like that, right? I mean, it looks awful with all this, but it doesn't look too bad. I don't think so, right? I'll have to see it at nighttime, and this guy just trying to be a problem. You know, get this guy. Wait, I can just switch to this. Duh, because I have this, and it's legit. See ya. Goodbye. So there goes that. I'm going to pop out of this mode now. Wait, hold on. Nope, not quite yet. I want to make sure I get rid of all this stuff. Not that, because that is legitimately in use. And that way I can show you exactly what it looks like before I get out of here. And I'm going to try to think of some other things for me to build as well, considering that, you know, I have all of this at my disposal, and like the fireworks and everything, it all works out, you know? So here we go. This is what it looks like here. It's like a, I don't know, beach home sort of thing. I don't know. It's on stilts. Looks cool enough here. Oh, I thought I had it. Nope, I don't, because I don't have the Elytra equipped. Nice. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Ooh, baby. Nice. So that's just a little bit of a kickstart right there. You can see it in view right over there. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, why he spawned like right in here too? Where is this guy? He's just right. I literally just saw him in front of my face, and then what? He disappeared? Awesome. Whatever. All right, so there goes that. I'm going to get out of here and think of more things to build in Minecraft. There he is. Right over here. This guy. I don't know what you're up to, but okay, whatever. See ya. May D'Angelo stay unshaken. I'll put some torches over here or something to figure it out. My name has been Brian Saviano, BricksOBrian. I'll see you again next time for more 101 Things to Do in Minecraft. But until then, have the best day you possibly can given the circumstances of whatever you have going on. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.